So the Insta360 X6 isn't officially announced. Not yet. But the certification filings are real, the leaks are consistent, the pattern is unmistakable. And after months of watching competitors close the gap, Insta360 is about to answer back. So here it is. Everything we know about the X6, everything that's coming, and why this might be the most important release in the X series' entire history. Let's start with the hard evidence, because this isn't just speculation anymore. A device believed to be the X6, carrying the model number CINSABXA, was registered in China on March 23, 2026, with additional regulatory filings appearing in the UAE just over a week later. That kind of certification activity is the strongest possible signal that a product is genuinely close to launch. It's not marketing chatter, it's paperwork governments require before any major device hits shelves. Now let's talk about where this camera is actually headed, because the direction is genuinely fascinating. Earlier X-series generations chased obvious headline upgrades. Bigger jumps in resolution, dramatically better stitching, more compact bodies. Those boxes are already checked. 8K video exists. Smooth stabilization is the baseline expectation now, not a selling point. So the X6 has to find its upgrade story somewhere more sophisticated. The most consistent rumor circulating points toward the X6 becoming the world's first 360 camera to support genuine 8K at 60 frames per second, doubling the frame rate ceiling that's defined the X4 and X5 generations, both of which topped out at 8K 30. For anyone who's tried capturing fast action in 360 video, that frame rate jump isn't a minor spec bump. It fundamentally changes what kinds of moments you can actually capture cleanly. Alongside that, credible leaks point toward a meaningfully larger 1-inch sensor paired with a faster lens. A serious upgrade aimed squarely at the X5's most consistent criticism: weak, low-light video performance. Better light gathering means cleaner footage indoors, at dusk, in any of the situations where smaller sensors have always struggled. Color depth is another major thread. Rumors point to genuine 10-bit color support, finally giving creators the kind of post-production flexibility that's become essential for professional editing workflows in DaVinci Resolve and Premiere Pro. Combined with an improved HDR pipeline, the goal here isn't more pixels, it's better pixels. And then there's the rumor that's generating the most excitement: deeper AI integration. Not just smarter subject tracking, but a camera that actively understands what it's filming, automatically identifying strong angles, anticipating edits, and potentially preparing a usable rough cut before you've even opened an app. Whether Insta360 fully delivers on that ambition remains to be seen, but the direction itself tells you exactly how seriously they're taking this release. Here's why this particular release carries more weight than any previous X-series launch. The DJI Osmo 360 didn't just enter the market, it immediately became a legitimate threat, launching with a 1-inch square sensor design and native 8K capabilities that put real pressure on the X5's positioning. For the first time in years, Insta360 wasn't automatically the default recommendation in every comparison video. GoPro's Max 2 added a second serious competitor to the conversation, bringing GoPro's brand trust and ecosystem strength into a category they'd previously left mostly uncontested. And the pressure isn't only external. DJI and Insta360 are currently locked in an extraordinary legal battle. 6 separate drone patent disputes, with countersuits flying in both directions. That rivalry has spilled directly into the 360 camera space too, with both companies racing to outpace each other on sensor size, frame rates, and AI features. When two competitors are suing each other over patents, you can be certain the underlying technology race is intensifying, not slowing down. What still works in Insta360's favor, though, is software. Years of refinement on Insta360 Studio have built a genuinely deep editing ecosystem and a massive community of creators who've built their entire workflow around it. DJI and GoPro have made real progress closing that gap, but Insta360's head start in post-production tools remains a meaningful advantage that specs alone can't replicate. The X6 isn't being built in a vacuum anymore. It's being built specifically to answer the DJI Osmo 360's spec sheet and reassert software leadership before GoPro's ecosystem catches up too. That competitive context explains almost every rumor we just covered. Strip away the speculation for a second. What would actually make the X6 a meaningful upgrade rather than just a bigger number on a spec sheet? It comes down to three things. First, motion. Doubling the frame rate ceiling to 8K 60 means action sequences that used to look choppy or required a resolution drop now stay sharp and smooth. That alone could change what kinds of moments creators are willing to even attempt capturing in 360. Second, light. A genuinely larger sensor doesn't just mean better numbers in a lab test. It means the difference between footage you keep and footage you delete, especially indoors or after sunset, which has quietly been the X5's biggest limitation. Third, time. If the AI features actually work as rumored, the X6 isn't just a better camera, it's a shorter editing session. And for most creators, that's worth more than almost any spec on the sheet. Let's talk timing and money, because the pattern here is remarkably consistent across multiple independent sources. Insta360's flagship X series has shifted decisively towards spring launches in recent years. The X4 launched April 16, 2024, and the X5 followed almost exactly 1 year later on April 22, 2025. With certification filings already active as of March 2026, every signal points toward the X6 continuing that exact rhythm, with late August 2026 being the most consistently cited launch window across leak trackers and rumor sites. On pricing, expect a US MSRP somewhere between $549 and $599 for the standard bundle, consistent with the upward pricing trend across the series, where the X4 launched at $499 and the X5 followed at $549. Following Insta360's established playbook, expect the outgoing X5 to see rapid price drops once the X6 is official, potentially settling below $400 by summer. One honest caveat worth mentioning: those massive 8K 60 frames per second files are going to be demanding. Editing footage at that resolution and frame rate will push older computers and even some current smartphones to their limits. If your workflow isn't ready for that kind of file size, it's worth factoring into your upgrade decision. Being first built Insta360's reputation. Staying first is what the X6 actually has to prove. This isn't a company coasting on legacy anymore. It's a company that watched real competitors close the gap and is now responding with exactly the kind of refinement the moment demands. Faster frame rates, a bigger sensor, genuine color depth, and AI ambitions that, if delivered well, could meaningfully simplify the entire shooting-to-sharing workflow. The X6 doesn't need to reinvent the 360 camera category. It needs to remind everyone why Insta360 built it in the first place. And based on everything pointing toward August, we won't be waiting much longer to find out. Subscribe so you're the first to know the moment Insta360 makes it official. Thanks for watching.